Brighton 3, Chelsea nil. That's right, zip 0. When I say nil, I mean nil in more ways than one. And you know what? I ain't even going to play Liquidator, our song, get us hyped too, because there ain't nothing to be hyped about. Let me tell you why. Raj Groves believe in Chelsea FC, and folks, woo, we are out of strikers. Yep. None here. I spoke on the previous podcast of my concern with getting through that transfer window without addressing, not a big signing, just make a little splash, not a big splash. Just, I don't know, make a little boop, boop in the water. Do something at striker. And less than a week later, well, we ain't got one. What we just watched, it's a damn shame. We went into this game knowing that situation. This is Brighton, a junior team that we taken manager, coaches, multiple players. Like that's what you get for trying to be like a team beneath you. A couple years ago, if you guys know what I'm talking about, we did this up until last season. Yeah. Anyway, I'm almost at a loss for words, but here we go. And who's this on? Is this on Maresca? Enzo Maresca? No, I can't put it on that. In fact, when I think of Enzo Maresca, for my American fans, the Dallas Cowboys, the NFL, that's what I think of. No matter who, it doesn't matter who the Dallas Cowboys coach is, as long as Jerry Jones is the owner. Jerry Jones is going to pick a puppet. Jerry Jones is going to pick a yes man. And I'm not saying Maresca is that, but he's not making these calls. He's not making these decisions. This is on Blueco and Clearlake. Yep, the sporting directors. And we'll get into that in a minute. But what I did want to see from Maresca was Chelsea maybe knowing we didn't have a striker going into this game. And Nguku just isn't a striker, let's face it. He doesn't press. It's not his thing. He likes to play behind the striker. And we've seen enough of this. We've seen a big enough sample size, right? I wanted to see us play a false 9. Oh, you wanted to be gutsy, maybe a 4-4-2, a 4-4-1-2. Yeah, a 4-4-2 we could have done. Something different. Nah, what do? Let's run it back, y'all. Let's put Nguku back out there. Let's run it back and put it back at striker where we've seen him fail time after time and get in the Premier League. Now, in the Conference League, we've had him as a number 10 because, of course, there's no Cole Palmer in the Conference League until the game's coming up in March. There was no Cole Palmer, and we had Mark Yu up front. So Nguku was a 10. Sometimes he did play striker, but let's face it, these are against, in the Conference League, teams that have players that have full-time jobs. Jesus. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, he shined there. But it mostly was as a 10, or it was just strictly inferior competition. So whose fault is this? I say it's not Maresca. This is on Blueco, and this is on Clearlake. And we saw, or if you saw the video going around, the away fans chanting, Roman Abramovich, where was it, whatever tune it was in. This is up top, man. Starts up here. And that's why my previous couple of podcasts, YouTube videos, wherever you're consuming this, was on the circus coming to town. Well, I tell you, the circus is not only coming to town, it's here to stay in West London. Because if you get rid of Maresca, guess who's picking the new manager, the new boss? The same owners, the same sporting directors. It ain't going to change, y'all. Even Poch, he had enough. He was like, nah, I'm good, man. You guys calling all the shots, picking players, and I ain't picking players, but picking players I don't need, and then selling off ones we do need for profit. Ain't going to work, fam. So I wonder how long Maresca is going to sit back and do this. Because I think his hands are tied. So, yeah, is Maresca perfect? Have I criticized him for making substitutions too late? Yep, I've done that. Did I criticize him just now for not starting with a false 9 or a 4-4-2, something just to shake it up? Yeah, yep. But it ain't on him still, bro. This is up top, and I'm just afraid it ain't going to change. Is it time to protest? Next time we're at Stamford Bridge, we need the Roman Abramovich chants loud and proud. Fire blue coat, Clearlake. Get some. We got to do something. This it's time for fans to stand up. They ain't stupid, yo. But it's not going to change unless we do something about it. I think it's that time. I hate to be the fire alarm guy. Break the glass, pull the fire alarm for nothing for a match, going out on concrete, but this is real. All right, hey, so let's get to the game a little bit. Yep, this disaster we just watched on the pitch. It's funny. They kept flashing in the second half. Stat of Chelsea with 70% possession. Ooh. And I think it was a 56 minute or so. I turned to Holden and the boys there at Jocks or Dailies, and I was like, do we have a shot on target yet, y'all? And when I was like, oh. So the guys started checking around, and sure enough, at the 65th minute or some boys like, bro, 0 shots on target. Do you know we finished the damn game without a shot on target? That's the first time that a Chelsea team has done that since 2021. All this 70% possession, passing back and forth. And what do you see? We saw the same thing. I didn't see anyone actually break anyone down. And we'll get into match player ratings later. I didn't see anyone break anyone down until Tyreek George came on. What did we do? Cross after flipping it up in the air. Man, we got guys, Notard and Spud Webb, in the box. We ain't got nobody. You ain't got no presence up there to make a difference. The one time we did get a shot, somebody got it on hit. It was Enzo Fernandez, and he pushed the guy. It was a push. I'm sorry, y'all. The guy fell a little early, but it was a two-handed push. It wasn't even that clever, or, he didn't even try to play it off. That was a push. So anyway, that's the only way we got anything on goal. But yet we keep going pitch or, cross after cross. No one takes anybody on to get inside. Not saying I miss freaking Sterling, but at least he would do that, right? Woo, this was rough, y'all. This was rough. And listen, getting the goalkeeper, we gave up 3 goals. And I'm not for keeping Sanchez in as our goalie anymore. I was defending him for his save opportunities, but yeah, I was cognizant that a dude makes a bonehead decision a game, and finally I'd had enough against the Man City game especially. I was like, dude, that's enough. But for those shouting for Jorgensen as the savior in the pipes, this is what I was saying. He might not have the decision debacle a game, yes, Sanchez, but he ain't better at making saves than Sanchez. I can tell you that right now. He just isn't. And my boy Chalobah back there, he got cooked for the first goal. He didn't have his best game. Yep, indeed. It was just rough. I didn't even see my name. Did I say my name yet? Raj Groves, believe in Chelsea FC. Hey, how about that rugby star we signed to motivate the squad? How's that working? Woo, they look plenty motivated out there today, right? All right, let's move to match ratings. All right, usually I do the top 3 performers. Bro, I can't even give you top 3. There wasn't a top 3. Nobody as a top 3 on Chelsea as the top 3 performer as we usually do. So we got to skip it. We're going to go straight to the worst players. Oh, there's some players to pick out there. And in terms of back to top 3 performers, no one was in a 7 or above. So I just can't. There's no point in counting a bunch of 6 points. But if you play FIFA, you know how player ratings work. Anyway, 8's pretty damn good. You're probably going to get man of the match or something. 9 is like you had an amazing game. In the 7s is I. In the 6s, boy, you struggling. We didn't have nobody in the 7s. In fact, let's get to our worst. You know what's really hard to do? Something that you rarely see, a 5.9. That's in the red, yo. That's Pedro Neto. Horrible game. I don't even know if he got a cross off, but there's flashes of Pedro. And one game he did save us. Was it the Hammers he came on as a sub? He saved us, but it's too far and few in between, man. It just, So anyway, 5.9, horrible game for him. Jorgensen, as I just spoke of, slightly better as a 6.1, giving up 3 goals. I'd say how many? 2 he definitely could have saved. That first one was tough, but world-class goalkeeper, which he isn't. And that's fine. Would have got there. He isn't. Second one, he got juked before the goal, and it was better. Was that the third? Jesus, so many goals. I can't even keep up. But there was one like scuttlebutt up front. I think that might have been a third, and there was a kind of a fake shot, and Deacon, he just went all for it. Then it was just lift the goal open. He ain't it, but we can't reward Robert Sanchez and keep putting him out there when he's making boneheaded mistakes. You know what I'm saying? So I'm all right with it. I'm all right with starting Jurgensen. I'm not all right with the performances. People were even saying, yo, let's bring back Kepa. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Caicedo with one of his worst games of the season, although the yellow card may have contributed to it. And that was a bad yellow. Like he didn't even complain, but a 6.4 rating. No one had a good rating. No one in the 7s, not even Cole Palmer. So just a crappy game. I would say let's put it behind us, but we can't because I don't think anything's going to get any better. And it starts up top. I hate to be a pessimist, but not being glass half empty, whatever, or however you say it. I can't say it's half full. Sucks, bro. So what's next for Chelsea? Well, we got an away clash versus Aston Villa next Saturday. Let's see where Aston Villa is in terms of the table. They're 9th with only 37 points right now. Perfect. We'll lose to them too. It's just the type of team to bite up, jump up and bite us in the what. So I don't feel any better about that. But guys, all I'm saying is these clowns in the front office, don't blame Enzo Maresca. His hands are tied, I believe. And if you do sack Enzo Maresca, who are you bringing in? Because guess what? The same clowns are going to choose the next manager. And it's not going to be anyone that's going to be able to call the shots. So with these big-time managers, Marino coming, all this, nope, never under this ownership. It's just like with the Dallas Cowboys. He'll never be a real coach of that team because of Jerry Jones. Folks, that's just the way it is. Raj Groves believe in Chelsea FC, and despite these dark times, folks, it's time to protest. Let's get it, Blues.